Buddy, welcome in. Welcome in. I think I got my right. Yeah, we're hooked up correctly. Welcome in. We're gonna do some late night listings like we did last night. I only got like 5 items to photo right now because that's all we have in this room left to photo. And then we're gonna start stacking some stuff up tonight and tomorrow to get ready for this week. I got a bunch of Polo Ralph Lauren and stuff that I have sitting out in the garage that's kind of been sitting there for a while. It's got wrinkles and stuff, so I got to hang it up to get all the wrinkles out before I list it. But yeah, we're gonna do 5 photos on live, hang out, answer some questions. I haven't been live all day. What's up, Lily? I haven't been live all day. I haven't put out a couple posts today. No short form content because this weekend I didn't really go thrifting or anything like that, so didn't really have any short form. But I did put out 3 long form videos for you guys, so I figured that would carry you guys over throughout the weekend. Appreciate everybody who is watching those videos, liking those videos, commenting on those videos. I am getting a lot of really good feedback on those. Seems like everybody, to my surprise, likes the Meta Glasses video. Even though I thought the quality wouldn't be amazing, everybody seems to like it and they don't really mind the not like perfect camera quality. So the good thing is, now that I know you guys like those, I can make those basically every week because we always go thrifting every week. We usually go thrifting Wednesday through Friday. We hit at least 1 to 2 stores that would be perfect for those style of videos. I don't know how well they'll do in a red, white, and blue because in red, white, and blue I'm usually in there for like an hour to 2 hours, and the Meta Glasses only last about 30 minutes to an hour if I'm just constantly recording. So I'd have to figure out how to make that work. But maybe I'll do some where I'm not filming everything. I'm just filming like parts of the store trip so I can fill out the whole store trip with my Meta Glasses. I just really like finding the stuff while I'm on camera because you guys get that raw reaction like, ooh, there it is, I found that. So if I do it like after I find it, you don't get that raw reaction. So I gotta figure that out. I don't want to strap a GoPro to my chest. I know I can do that, but I don't really want to strap a GoPro to my chest. So appreciate all the love. Look at you guys in the chat. Appreciate you, Wendy. Appreciate you, Natalie. Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. But yeah, appreciate you guys feedback on those videos. I'll probably do mostly those in Goodwills because they're smaller stores. Or like if I go to a thrift store I've never been to before that's smaller, I'll definitely record those with the Meta Glasses and just put out a full like. It's almost like a live thrift. It's a mix between a YouTube video and a live thrift, and that's what's cool. I know you guys love the live thrifts already, so it works out perfect. It's perfect little fit to my channel. Also, I wanted to announce this too. I had this idea, and somebody in my comment section said it, and I was kind of waiting for somebody to say it to make me like be inspired to do it. But if you guys have been noticing, every day I'm putting out like I was doing sale posts for a little bit, like viewer sale posts. I think those are cool, but I think everybody's doing those now. So I am putting out like store review posts, and it's not like a store review, it's a listing review. And I figured another cool video that I could do is pick 3 people and do a listing review on video. So basically, I'll go and look at their stores beforehand, or I'll look at their listings. So they send me 3 listings. They're like, hey, K-Way, these aren't selling. Can you help me out? And then I use 3 people's stores, 3 people's posts, go into them, review them, kind of talk a little bit about them so you guys kind of learn my vision on their listing. And then you guys can share your comments in the chat too, because on the one that I did today, a lot of people had some really good suggestions that I didn't even think of. So that'll be a cool way for like the community to help each other out, and then you guys will be able to learn from each other too. And then I'll be able to learn too, because I learned some things today too from just posting that post. So I'm thinking about doing that. I might start doing that either next week or the week after. I'll basically take a big old poll from you guys and say, hey, send in a bunch of your listings that you want me to look at, and then I'll make a YouTube video going over 3 from 3 different sellers. I don't want 3 from the same store. I want 3 from 3 different sellers in one video. So that way you get like a variety of different photo types and different listing types, so you guys can kind of learn from those. So that's probably going to happen within the next week or 2. I'm probably going to put a post out on Facebook and Instagram for you guys to send me all of your photos. And I'll keep doing the daily ones too, where I go through and I pick somebody's and I do like a picture post, and then I just talk about it a little bit. So look who it is. Look who it is, Mr. Ethan Banks. Ethan, you gotta come in on those tie photos. Gotta make them pop. Can't look like it's in a box, Ethan. That's what it looks like. You gotta come in a little bit on the tie photos. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. So hopefully you guys like that. I'm sure I'll get feedback through this live and other lives that I talk about it. Another Depop offer. Holy cow, Depop is going crazy right now. I just sold something on Depop. These are all lowball offers though. Thanks for the offer. Price is firm. I think it's the same person offering on multiple things. Yeah, they are. Thanks for the offer. Price is firm. I did this earlier and I got an almost instant sale afterwards. If you just respond to them and say, hey, price is firm on, I do Polo Ralph Lauren shirts and people always offer me on Depop like $10 for them. I'm like, nope, not happening. Price is firm. My new lights are still in the box. I'm really intimidated by it all. I need to get my picks and listings up. Don't be intimidated, just list. Once you do your first couple, you'll realize that you are overthinking everything. It's so easy to do. It's not easy to do, but it's easy to learn. Let's just put it that way. What's up, Pamela? What's up, Rise? Welcome in. We're going to do some photos today. I got the setup behind me. If you guys have never been here, appreciate you guys hopping in. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you're following on wherever you're watching, either Facebook or YouTube. I only have 5 listings today, so it's going to be a short live, but this is a good time to come in, hang out, get some listings done together, and then, of course, ask some questions, and I'll be able to answer those as I'm going through and taking some photos. So shouldn't be too long of a live, like I said, maybe 30 minutes. Usually if I was doing this by myself without the computer, I'd be able to get this done in like 10 minutes, but I like to hang out with you guys and get some listings done all together. Just brought those same lights you have. Nice. I think I have these in my link tree. I'm not sure if I have them in my link tree yet, but if you don't, I think I did. I think I put these in my link tree. Click on them through the link tree so I get a little kickback. So what else is firm? Late night talk. Yeah. Surfs, when are we going to go live together? People ask every time I go live. They're like, when are you and Surfs going live together and doing story? I'm trying. Chat, I'm trying. This guy's hard to reach. He's out on a jet ski now. He's a jet skier. He hasn't even invited me to come out and go on the jet ski yet. This guy's rich. This guy's selling Polo Ralph Lauren. He's getting rich off you guys. Selling Polo Ralph Lauren. Oh, surfs. All right, first item we're going to take photos of is that Robert Graham shirt. If you guys saw on my Instagram or Facebook, I picked this up at Goodwill. What did I pay for this? Did I already cut the tag off of it? No, I didn't. I paid a whopping $10.98. Really good men's brand new with tag Robert Graham shirt. Solid find right here. Solid find. You do, that's how I saw them. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have those and I have the light box too. So depending on what kind of setup you want, if you want the light box setup, which in my opinion does give better photos, the light box setup does, but this setup is much more efficient to take photos on. Whichever one you want, I have both of those links. So Amy, what's up, Amy? Welcome in. A little late night listing live. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the Robbie G. When's bro coming to your place? Surfs, he's already been here. I haven't been to his place. He doesn't invite me out there. I think he doesn't really like me. He doesn't want me to come over, bunk with him. Just switch to instead of newer light boxes. Just wow, so much. Yeah, the light boxes I will say give way better, clearer photos. You don't really have to do any editing. Like on some of my photos, if you look through my store, the background is like darker on some and lighter on others, and it's all because of the lighting. But once I get moved into the new place, whenever this house eventually sells, I'm gonna have a top light too, and that will kind of limit the quality. It'll make the quality a little bit better is what I'm trying to say. List app, I already did. Message you earlier. I think I already got you. If you talk to me about the live, I think that's what you were talking about earlier. You're trying to sell unlist it and you're trying to do an auction and have people claim afterwards. You can't do an auction and have people claim. You have to do it as a regular listing. So what I would personally suggest is don't do auctions. Just do regular listings. List your items. As soon as I see you live, I'll try to share it. As long as I'm not busy, I'll try to hop on and share your live to the List It Facebook page, and then afterwards people can claim it. If you do auctions, people can't claim it. So the way to work around that, I guess, would be to do an auction listing. If it doesn't sell, then build a regular listing, but that's like double the work. So in my opinion, just do regular listings, and then people can claim them afterwards. Yeah, you want to do a jet ski fit check, he's going to have a life vest on. That was his fit check. Life vest and Polo Ralph Lauren swim trunks. By the way, I bought myself some Polo swim trunks today. Oh, I don't have them in the bag. They're in the room. I bought myself a little matching fit for my birthday weekend. That's in 2 weeks. But I can't show you guys because it's in the room and Kayla's sleeping. Are you happy with the DJI mic? Yes, it is linked in my link tree too. People are asking me about the DJI mic. If you guys hear the quality right now, that's coming from the mic. It's hooked up in the back of my computer. It comes with the 2 ports, one for Samsung phones and iPhones, and the regular one for the iPhone jack, this jack right here. Comes with both of those. I use it for my videos and I use it for live, so I love it. I love it. Pair with GoPro. I've never used it with a GoPro, but you have to have the setup for the GoPro. So you have to have the mic, like the extra attachment for the GoPro. That's the only downside to GoPros. I don't like that you have to have that, but yeah, I haven't used it on my GoPro yet because I don't have that attachment. I saw you review listings. Send a link, Facebook. I'm a noob. Yes, go on Facebook, just in the chat, like on that actual listing page. Just go, like the one that I did today for the Eddie Bauer shirt. If you do it right now, I'll probably pick yours for the next one because I haven't looked at any yet. But if you put your link in there to your actual post, you have to put a link. Don't like take a photo of something. I need a link so I can go directly to it, and then I'll review them. And like I said earlier, I'm probably going to start doing those on YouTube too. So I'm going to pick 3 people and do a whole YouTube video on three different listings and like give my opinions on them, and then people can come into the chat and give their opinions on it too. Everybody tries to help each other out, because if you read that comment section, there's tons of really great advice in that comment section. Of course, there's some people that are giving bad advice, but for the most part, it's really good advice in that comment section. So appreciate you. Jiggly Lifestyle, Jiggly Thrift, right? Is that who this is? Yeah, because I think you had a Jiggly Thrift page and then you switched over to Jiggly Lifestyle, I believe, if I'm thinking about the same person. But awesome, appreciate you hopping in. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with a Robert Graham piece right here, and let me switch this over. All right, men's Robert Graham. We talked about this. Actually, I got to turn these lights up a little bit. Where is it? I gotta turn the brightness up just a hair bit on both sides because this isn't bright enough. All right, Robbie G shirt. Take my cover photo. Cover photo with these are key. It is the most important photo in every listing. It's the one that you should pay the most attention to, in my opinion. The rest of the photos, in my opinion, don't really matter too much, just to show the item off. But basically, your cover photo is what's going to bring the person into the listing. This has a Bloomingdale's tag on it. I'm not going to worry about it. This is a pretty cool Robert Graham shirt. So it's like ombre. Like the shirt just changes colors. The more you move, the actual shirt changes colors, which is pretty cool. So I am going to, actually I'm gonna flip these cuffs too. Let me get my little tool. Where's my tool? There it is, my little tool. Found 2 flannels. CA? Which flannels? Which brand? The flannels in my video? By the way, go watch the Bolo video if you haven't already. You guys are liking it. I'm seeing in the YouTube analytics that it's getting pushed pretty hard, which means you guys are watching the whole thing, which is cool. I appreciate you guys. All right, flip cuff with the Robbie G's. They're pretty hard to get for the first time. I should have actually buttoned them the other way, but that's fine. Flip cuff, just make it look nice like that, so people can see what the cuff looks like when you snap a photo of it. And you guys will be able to see these photos after the live too when I load them into Nifty, but I'll kind of show you guys this one real quick. This is a good Robert Graham shirt. $298 retail. It's one of the higher retail Robbie G's. Unfortunately, it's not a limited edition, but it has like words all through it, which is awesome. And it was brand new, because if you know Robert Graham's, if you ever bought a retail, you know that they have these little plastic pieces. So it looks like whoever donated it to Goodwill donated it in the bag, which means they never even wore it. They just donated it, which is pretty crazy. Because this is an expensive shirt. Even if you get these on clearance, you're still paying a good amount of money for these. They're not going to get these very cheap. All right, take my full front. Take my measurements. Oh, by the way, I got to show you guys something after I take these photos that you guys are going to like. 23, this is a men's size large. Good size too. 1, 2, and then I just need a full back photo, and I'm done. By the way, I didn't do my listings today either, so after this live, I'm going to put up at least 10 listings. It says style on it. Style, the word style all the way through it. It says something else, but I can't read it. Style and something else. It's got hearts in here. It's like an ombre. Ombre Robert Graham. Pretty cool. It is my size, but it's not my style. Flip this back. Definitely not my style. All right, And that's going to go right in the package just like that, and it'll ship out. Put in inventory, easy peasy. Switch you guys back. I was watching the video right now. Appreciate you, Amy. That shirt is fire. Found 2 flannel lined Carhartt jeans. Got you. Weighed three. Yeah, Carhartt flannel and like LL Bean flannel, Carhartt flannel. Those jeans are really, really, really heavy. You got to be careful with those. What is the board you're using? It looks like it's angled. Yeah, it's mounted to the wall. It's angled, and then it has like legs that go underneath it. Stacy, it's like a pre-build. This isn't the final build. Once we move, I'll make a final build, but it's just a 4x4 piece of wood with cheap carpet on top of it. That's all it is. And then 2 lights shining down on it. Cover photo for that. Can I post a link to the shirt when it's listed? Send me a DM. Erica, if you send me a DM, I'll sell it to you on through PayPal, and I'll give you a better deal, because then I don't have to pay fees. That's my cover photo. I know it's gonna be hard to see, but that's the cover photo for the Robert Graham. Usually I would come in a little bit more to that, but this has tags, so I wanted to make sure I showed that it was new with tags in the cover photo. But as you can see, just nice cover photo. Post a link in the comments of the post. Appreciate you. I'll go look at it afterwards. I'll probably build that post and post it at 10 a.m. Because I think I'm going to put those out at 10 a.m. Does posting every day lead to more success, algorithm-wise? There is speculation that the more you post, the better the algorithm treats you, and you get pushed in eBay search a little bit more. There's no like proof to that. But I think posting every day, at least posting like 5 items every day. If you can get 5 up is a good number. If you can get 3 up, 3 is a good number. Whatever you can get up. If you can do 1 a day, do 1 a day. Just try to get as many as you can get up every single day, because it's good to build a routine in any business. So either if it works or doesn't work, at least you're building a routine, which is good. How many pictures do you recommend taking for each listing? I used to take only like 5 to 6, but now I'm doing measurement photos. So now it's like 7 or 8 photos typically. If a buyer buys 2 items and there is a way to bundle those to save the buyer money. So on eBay, on Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, it bundles them for them and everything's good on the buyer's end. On eBay, usually it bundles, but it doesn't charge correct shipping. It usually charges like double shipping almost. So what I usually do is if a buyer reaches out and says, hey, I bought 2 items from you. Is there any way I can get a discount? I say yes. When I ship the item, whatever my excess shipping is, I'll send you a refund for it. So then they buy it and then I refund it. I've shown it a couple times on my live. I don't have any examples right now to show you, but I'll kind of walk you through on 2 orders. This is going to get buyer information, so don't contact these buyers, please. But what you'll do is, like, let's say these 2 were bought by the same person. Obviously it's not, but let's say they were. What you're going to do is you're going to highlight these 2. You're going to go shipping. You're going to press get a label. Okay. I'm going to show this, but again, don't reach out to these buyers. It's going to show their shipping addresses. Then from here, what you're going to do is when you go to this page, you're going to click these 2 and then you're going to hit combine. Because this is not the same address, it won't let me combine it. But that's how you combine both orders, and then you just set up your shipping and then you purchase your label by review, purchase, and then ship. So that's exactly how you do it. It's more complicated than it needs to be for eBay, but that's how you combine orders. And then once I'm done, I send them a refund for the difference in shipping, whatever the difference in shipping is, as long as they ask for it. If they don't ask for it and they just buy 2 items, then I don't give them the difference in shipping, only when they ask. Have you looked into Top Seller Plus on eBay? I think I am Top Seller Plus on some items. I think don't you have to give like free shipping on like most of your items to get Top Seller Plus, Top Rated Plus? I don't do free shipping, so I'd never get it. I know I'm a top seller, but I don't know if I'm a top seller plus. I don't think it's worth it to get free shipping on your items. I do charge shipping. I make more money. So yeah, I would just go with that. I don't think the discount is worth it. I used to think the discount was worth it. And then I met this crazy guy named Surfs Up Finds that charged shipping on everything. And then I tried it and I was making more money than I was when I got the discount. So yeah, that's how many I take. Yeah, 5 to 6. You don't need to do 8. I think you can do 18 or 24 nowadays. You don't need to fill all those out. Not with what we're photoing. Like if it was a hard good and you had to show the box, show all angles of the box because it's a collectible, and then show the actual item on the inside, take multiple photos, take measurement photos, and those items, you could probably fill out most of those, but for what we do, it doesn't make sense. So do you do store reviews? We do. Me and Surfs are going to do some on live whenever he gets around to actually doing stuff, right? He's on a jet ski, guys. He's jet skiing. He doesn't want to do any store reviews when he's out on the water. But once he gets his stuff together, I will do store reviews. I'm also planning on doing listing reviews too. I've actually been doing them on my Facebook and Instagram. So if you're not following me there, go follow me. I've done 2 days in a row where I picked somebody's listing and I went through and I reviewed it. And then I ask you guys for your listings too in the comments, and I pick one at random and do a little listing review. But I plan to do those on video too, because I think video format, some people learn from photo posts and some people learn from video posts. Just one day handling. So I probably do have it. I don't ever look at it, but I probably do have it because I do one day handling on everything. So 30-day free returns, that I don't do on everything. So some things I probably have plus and some things I don't. Does everything in your store have to be 30-day free returns, or can some of your listings be plus and then some of your listings not? Because like on jeans and jackets and stuff, I don't do free returns on those. I've worked out the math on those based off my number of returns and based off how much I would save. And it doesn't make sense to do that. I'd rather just have them pay the returns. I promote everything at 7%. How do you order free USPS supplies? Good question. I like this because look, this is what I can do. I can show you my screen. Let me slide you guys over to it so I can continue to read chat while I'm looking at my screen. USPS.com. Here we go. I'm going to take your comment off the screen really quick. You're going to go to USPS.com just like this. You're going to go to shop, and then you're going to go to shipping supplies. You're going to have to create an account too. So create an account first. Once you're signed in, you go to shop, you go to shipping supplies right here. And then what you do is over on this left-hand corner right here, you're going to click free shipping supplies. And then you're going to click whatever type you want. You can just click free shipping supplies and just scroll through here. Some of the ones that I pick up are the Tyvek envelopes. That's pretty much what I ship most of my whatnot orders in that aren't super heavy, that don't fit into a box. That'll go into an envelope. They'll go into here. I get some padded flat rates. A couple other boxes that I personally use is the medium side loading box. I use those for whatnot a lot. You can grab all these, by the way. Shoe box is an excellent box. You should have these on hand at all times because jackets, shoes, lots of things fit in shoe boxes. And you can always alter these boxes too. And then another box that I grab is the big, large priority mail box right here. The large 12 by 12 by 8 box. That's a really good one to grab. There's also other boxes here. You can grab a mix too if you want to. But I like to grab those. Those are my like top 5 or 6 boxes. A lot of those I use on Whatnot because we have our shipping set on Whatnot to always be priority. So it saves us from having to, buy boxes and things like that. But USPS.com. Appreciate you, Jiggly. It can be item dependent, not entire store. Okay, so probably most of my items are plus and some of my items aren't. Jeans, jackets, heavier items, I don't do free returns on those because basically at my costs, once it gets returned and it costs, $12 for the return label or $10 for the return label, most of my profit is gone after that. So I don't do free returns on those. But like shirts, I'll do not free shipping, charge shipping, free returns on those. Do you promote all your items? Yes, I sell all clothing. So I promote everything across the board at 7%. Just easier for me to do it that way. I do know that I have like niche items that I list every once in a while that do get promoted and I probably don't have to, but just to keep my mind off of like multiple things being promoted and what I got to not promote and promote, I just keep everything at 7%. They'll say priority mail, but most things go ground advantage. Doesn't matter. Yes, you can't do ground advantage in a priority mail box. Don't put a ground advantage label on that because you will get charged for priority mail packaging. It'll go to your buyer will have to pay it or they'll charge you for it. So don't do that. If you want to ship in ground advantage, like if you're shipping clothing, I would suggest get some bags. Those are always in my link tree, Victoria, in my video description right here. There's a Linktree link with the products we use on a daily basis section that have those bags. I also have a link for GyroPack too. I'm affiliated with them. I think you get like 10% off your order with GyroPack. So use those. If you need boxes, I buy those on Amazon. You could probably get them cheaper if you buy them in bulk, but most of you probably don't need 600 boxes laying around your house. You just need like 20 for the times when you need to ship something bigger. So I suggest just getting them on Amazon. 2-day shipping right to your door. You got it ready to go. You're going to do a what sold video in the morning for the weekend. I don't do what sold videos. I've done like 2, I think. Maybe I should bring those back. You guys want what sold videos? Maybe I'll do what sold videos. I kind of already do what sold videos though, because you guys already see what I sell in the morning. If you just watch my morning lives when I'm shipping, you already know what sold. Like if you come to my live tomorrow morning, it's probably going to be like 12 hours from now. You'll see everything I sold this weekend. So I don't think what sold videos really fit my channel very well, because I already show you guys what sold. So have you looked into keywords or how to properly title items for the algorithm? So I use Nifty right now to create my entire listings. You guys are going to see that in a little bit once I get done photoing. I might do like 1 or 2 more items, so I'll be able to show you guys that process. But I let Nifty fill out my entire title for me based off my photos, and I add in a couple extra keywords. I used to build my whole title myself, and now I let Nifty do it with AI. So I've used your promo code several times, Java. Let's go. I thought they only allowed it once, but use it as many times as they'll allow you to use it, or use a different email. I don't care, because I get a kickback for all that. So it's very, very small, but I do get a kickback. How long did it take you to see any traction on sales? I started selling stuff like right away. I started selling stuff in my house. This was before I ever had social media, so you guys can't. People always say like, you only get sales because you have social media following. Most of the people that watch my stuff don't buy from my eBay store. I hate to break it to those people. They don't buy from my eBay store. They'll buy from me on Whatnot, but they won't buy from me on my eBay store. But I started getting traction right away. My first item that I ever sold, I was going to start, which I wish I would have now because they're really expensive now, is I was going to collect full booster boxes of sealed Pokemon cards because I used to collect like way, way back in the day, and I thought it was like nostalgic, and I wanted like a case full of like sealed booster boxes. And I had just bought one on eBay like 2 weeks before. I started watching Rally Roots, and then they were selling stuff, and I was like, let me try this. Listed the booster box. Of course, that sold within like a day. And then like I think it was like 3 or 4 days later, I started selling shirts out of my own closet. And then that's when I got hooked. So I got traction right away. Did I get like 100 sales in a week? No, I got like 1 sale every couple days, but it was enough to keep me going. That's what you should expect when you first start. You shouldn't expect to sell 10 items in a day when you first start, unless you're listing a ton. Mentions easier to find $500 hard goods versus clothes. What type of hard goods? I'm not the guy to ask. There's a lot of other really, really good YouTubers and Facebookers and TikTokers and all that sell hard goods. I would suggest if you want to learn hard goods, like start watching a ton of YouTube videos from people that sell mostly hard goods. I'm not your guy. I would love to help you, Sean, but I'm not your guy when it comes to hard goods. It's one section of the thrift store I don't even look at. So go watch other people's content. There's tons of really great YouTubers that go to garage sales. Garage sales are great for hard goods. So if you're ever watching somebody who does garage sale content, usually they're doing a lot of hard goods in those videos. So just watch some of their videos. You'll get a lot of good suggestions for that. Can we see the setup? I just recently got a drafting table. Yeah, I can kind of show it to you. It's nothing special. This is just like a makeshift setup until we move. So just keep that in mind. 4x4 board. I have 2 legs underneath. It was supposed to only have 4 legs, so 2 in the back, 2 in the front, but we angled it wrong, so we had to drop it, and because we dropped it, the legs slipped, so I put 2 pieces of wood on the bottom just in case the legs slip, it hits the back legs, and then the whole board doesn't fall. So that's just a way to keep it like a safety measure. And I do have a hook in the back. You'll see that when I switch the camera, when I list my next item, that holds the board actually on the wall because, again, we don't have it mounted to the wall here because it's just a makeshift setup until we move. But once we move, I'm going to mount both sides to the wall, bracket it to the wall, and then this will literally fold down and be against the wall. But right now, until we move, we can't really be changing too much stuff in this room because we don't want to put too many more holes in the wall. But that's the setup. It's a very simple setup. This setup you can also find on YouTube. There's plenty of people. Surfs has a really great video on setting his up. You find Nifty does well for building the ad for you? Yes, I made sales from Nifty, just from Nifty building my title for me. So here, hold on. I'll just point out some of the Nifty sales from this weekend. That's a Nifty sale. I know that for a fact because I usually used to put this in the front. So men's medium used to go here. Whenever you have it in the back end, that's a Nifty sale. 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 That's not a Nifty sale. That's a Nifty sale. That's a Nifty sale. That's a Nifty sale. So like half of my sales, maybe a little under half of my sales this weekend from eBay were created from Nifty's title structure, meaning you can get sales from Nifty's title structure. I know it's a little different, but she actually, Nifty, Neha, the person who runs eBay, had multiple conversations with eBay about how to structure the titles. And this is exactly what eBay told her to do. Put the title in this way. You leave out things like men's. And I know a lot of people say like men's extra large, you should have that in your title. Yes, for Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop you should, but for eBay, you don't need to put the word men's in your title because if somebody types out men's extra large, as long as you have it in the correct category, your item specifics are correct, it'll still pull up your listing. On Mercari and Depop, though, it is needed. So that's why I've had conversations with her that said, like, put the men's back in there because it does help with those other platforms. And I do it from time to time too. But as you can see, I'm still making sales from Nifty's title structure. What Pokemon set booster boxes did you sell? I don't remember which one it was. I think it was one of the celebration set, which is freaking bonkers expensive now. So I wish I would have kept it. But yeah, I think that was what it was. Very expensive set right now. But I only had one. Did you sell a house yet? No, we have somebody coming tomorrow. So far, we've had multiple offers, but they're all from flippers. It's all cash offers. Hey, I think the highest offer we got in cash was $254. And they're like, we'll give you $254 cash, no contingencies, sell tomorrow if you want to. And we're like, nope, I don't want to sell for $254. Even though we bought it, we'd still make a ton of money on it because I bought my house way cheaper than that. But I want closer to $300 so we can get a nice, solid house in Riverview instead of having to put more down and everything. Cash offers are great. We did counter that person at $300 though. We said, if you come to $300 cash, we'll take it, but they're not going to come up because they're a flipper. They already have all their costs already built in and everything. They know exactly what they have to offer, so they won't come up. So, how much they charge to do that? To do what? To do what exactly? How do you keep track of cost spreadsheet? I usually put my costs into my listings. But I don't actually keep a track of each and every cost throughout the year like some people do. I keep all my receipts and I keep my costs for my receipts. So at the end of the year, I know exactly how much I paid for my inventory, how much I paid for all of my expenses, my supplies, all that stuff gets put into a spreadsheet and I give it to my tax advisor at the end of the year. You can also put it in Nifty as well too if you want to do it there. I have Jason's spreadsheet, so I used Jason's spreadsheet for all that information. Do you post daily? For the most part, yes. We post daily. I try to schedule 20 listings per day ahead of schedule. This weekend we kind of fell off a little bit because of the 4th of July and everything. So like yesterday I only did 10 listings. Today it's 11:30, so I'm probably not going to get 10 listings up today. I'll get them up like technically tomorrow because I'll list them at like 12:30 at night. But yeah, I try to do 20 per day. 20 per day. 20 per day. Both of you got the same questions. Nifty has a couple different subscriptions. That's the word I'm looking for. I'll put my discount link in the chat too in just a second. Automation tools, which is your share tool, your eBay automation, delist, relist, send out offers, all that stuff is $35 a month. If you want cross listing with the smart tool to be able to create your listings from your photos, that's $39.99 a month. If you want both of these, the automation and the cross listing, there's a bundle plan. If you need more listings, the price is down here. So $39.99 a month, $59.99 a month gets you 2,000 listing credits every time you cross list, costs 1 credit, 500 smart credits, which are building your listings for you based off your photos. And then you have this setup here, $69.99 or $89.99 a month. This is the one that I go with right here. $89.99 a month, so I can make 2,000 listings and 500 smart credits every single month, and that is Nifty for you. I'm gonna throw. Let me see. I gotta find my affiliate dashboard. I'm gonna throw a link in the chat right here, and that's gonna get you a free trial, and it'll save you 15% off your first month when you decide that Nifty is the best. It is the best cross lister in my opinion out by far. A lot of people who are pushing other cross listers are moving over to Nifty as we speak. Literally right now, they just moved. There goes another one, just moved over. I have Jason's spreadsheet. So if I take just your cost, how do you calculate cost if you sell something the next year? What I would suggest, Victoria, is talk to a financial advisor. Because your questions are very basic, and a financial advisor will be able to help you way more than a dumb guy that sells you shit online like me. So there's 2 ways to calculate what you sell. It's either you do it by item, which is perfectly fine. Like if you sell something for $35, you paid $5 for it. Whether you paid $5 for it this year or last year, you will still use that as your cost of goods. Or it's called cash or accrual method. There's 2 different methods. There's another method that is you take all your receipts for one specific year and you use that as your cost of goods. Now, if you sold something the following year, let's say you bought something in December and you sold it in January, you use the cost of goods for last year, you can't use it for the year that you sold it in. So there's different methods. You'll talk to a financial advisor. They'll be able to, based off your situation, be able to tell you what the best method is for what you do, what the easiest method is for what you do. They'll be able to tell you all that, but not me, because don't take this as financial advice, by the way. This is just me giving my experiences, because I don't want to be held liable for messing up your taxes. But talk to a financial advisor. What is Jason's spreadsheet? Jason Hayes spreadsheet is linked in my bio. It's a really good spreadsheet. Mine's not completely filled out. I just use mine for Whatnot right now. But here you go. You guys get to see my Whatnot numbers. I don't care. I haven't filled this out completely, so these aren't all my numbers. This is just up till April. So as you can see, $100,000 in sales on Whatnot from April. Still got to fill out these 2 months right here. I'm really behind, as you can see. But it has a spot for your inventory, your sales, your day-to-day, your month, your year, your profit and loss, expenses, Whatnot. You can have separate for Whatnot. As you can see right here, I have separate for all my Whatnot sales. You can have a spot for merch. This is for a creator spreadsheet, but if you don't want the creator spreadsheet, you can use the other spreadsheets too. So you have a spot for merch, you have a spot for the creator portion. So whatever you get as like affiliate income and stuff like that, you can put in there. You can also separate out the platforms that you sell on. Right now, I'm only putting in Whatnot because I use Nifty to do all my other sales. So if you don't want to use Nifty to track all your sales, then you can also use a JSON spreadsheet, which is a great option too. I used it all last year. I love JSON spreadsheet. My average cost of goods is $10, and so far I'm seeing that the average I'm getting a return is 2 to 3 times on each item. Am I on track, or should I consider changing the metrics? I think that's fine. I think a lot of people think too much about doubling, tripling, quadrupling. I pay 10. If I pay 10, I need to make 50 on my item. If you talk to any normal business, if they double their investment on an item they sell, that's a win. That's a win. No matter if you paid $1 for it and sold it and made $2 on it, that's a win in most businesses. So that's what I would focus on. If you're making good money, you're able to reinvest back in your business, and you have money left over at the end of the month to pay for bills or pay for extra things, and you're feeling good, that's fine. Don't compare yourself to others that are stating that. There's a lot of people in the comment section at all times that say things like, if I buy something for $5, I need to make $50 profit on every single item. And then I always tell them to share their stores, and they never do. You want to know why? Because when they say they want to make only $50 profit on each item, if you went to their store, you would see that they're only selling 3 to 4 items a month. They're not selling anything, but they like to put in their input and say, and then this is why I respond to these comments, because people like you, Sean, will read those comments and be like, I'm doing something wrong when you're doing everything right. It's just those people are so loud and vocal. And then you ask them, please show me your expertise. I just want to see your store. That's it. They'll never show it, because if they did, it would negate everything that they say. Yeah. So there's somebody who debated me before, and they said that they get everything for $1 or everything for free, and they sell, and I'm paying way too much for my stuff. So I said, please share your store. And no joke, they shared a store that had $360 in sales in 90 days. That was their store. They sent a screenshot. They were all happy about it. And this is back closer to December. And I had a $36,000 90-day total. And they were trying to tell me I was doing something wrong. I was like, come on, seriously, just stop. So don't feel, if you're 2 to 3 times your money on your cost of goods at a $10 cost of goods, you're doing just fine. Don't listen to all the people in the comment section. And again, that's why I like to respond to them. A lot of people say don't respond to those people, but they deserve a response sometimes. When you create or relist on Nifty, do you do every 60 days or 30? I do 30 days for eBay, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. I don't do a delist relist on Poshmark anymore until they fix their stuff that's going on. So yeah, showing that out there. But there are automated solutions like Seller Ledger that connect to your bank accounts and Marketplace that compile your tax reporting. There is, yes. There's also My Reseller Genie, who have reached out to me. I do have an affiliate code with them. I just haven't used their platform enough. But they do the same thing. They hook up to your bank accounts, and they're able to read your bank accounts, put in all your expenses for you. I'm considering using them as an affiliate, but I really got to use their platform more than I have. But basically the same thing you're saying. Seller Ledger, My Reseller Genie. There's a lot of those services out there. What percent of your sales are from Depop? Not many. I think maybe less than, I don't know. Let me see. Analytics, insights. I'll let you do the math. 7.4K on eBay, 270 on Mercari, which I think that's false. I got to do a import from Mercari. I think Mercari is a little bit more than that. $862 on Depop in the last 90 days or in the last 30 days. So whatever that difference is, you can add all those numbers up, divide that into those numbers, and that's what you'll get for how much I've sold. It's probably a less than 5%. eBay is king. The other ones I feel like are extra sales. So you also factor in sell-through rate if you can sell items faster. Yep, 100%. If you pay $50 for an item, but you know it's going to sell next day for 75, you'll pick that item up because even if the profit's low, you know it's going to sell super fast. Like a men's poncho shirt. I mentioned that on my video, my polo video. Men's poncho shirt I'll pay up for because I know for a fact if I price it appropriately, that shirt's going to sell in less than a week. Rowback used to be like that. I think Rowback's getting a little bit harder to sell, but it's still a really good one to sell. Rowback, basically, if you price it at market, you're going to sell it. Especially if you cross list it, you're going to sell it super fast. So you might pay up a little bit for those. Whereas if you're paying $10 and you're sitting on a lot of that inventory for a while, then maybe you're not. That's not the best option. So sell-through rate does matter, and you're completely right about that. I'm doing $1,500 a month, selling 3 to 4 items a day. There you go. Perfect. Extra income. Not everybody is in the same boat. Not everybody's a full-time reseller. Some people are part-time resellers, and they're happy with $1,500 or $500 or $200 a month because they're able to use what they sell. They're able to reinvest back into the business and pay off a car note or something like that. Not everybody is in the same boat as everybody else, so you can't compare yourself. Is Depop worth it? It's so annoying. Is it worth it? Yes, because Nifty cross lists over there super fast for me. That's the only reason for me why it's worth it. If Nifty wasn't as good at cross listing, I probably wouldn't use Depop because Depop can be annoying. The people on Depop can be really annoying, especially when they don't pay for things. Or they do accept offers and then, they ghost you. Happens to everybody, by the way. Don't feel bad when that happens. All right, let me take some more pictures really quick. Keep the comments coming. As soon as I get back to the computer, I'll answer your questions. Appreciate everybody coming out too. I'm trying to do these lives, like I said, the last couple nights, like at least 3 times a week where I come on live at night and just list some items. By the way, if you're new here, I used to do this every single night on TikTok for over a year, every night. And I used to be on live for hours, like no joke, 2 to 3 hours every single night. That's how I built my following. So if anybody says K-Way got lucky and built a following super fast, that's not true. But yeah, that's how I got my following. I kind of strayed away from it, especially after I got banned on TikTok from going live, good old TikTok. But now I'm kind of bringing it back. I like doing this. This is fun for me to go live and just answer questions and hang out. This is fun. That's kind of why I'm getting back into like making the YouTube videos again. I'm trying to get back to my roots. Not just showing my finds, but also like teaching too. Because me and Surfs, we're good teachers. At least we think we are. All right. This is a linen shirt, so don't judge me off the wrinkles. There ain't no way I'm going to get this unwrinkled. This has been sitting out for like 2 or 3 days to get unwrinkled, and it's still wrinkled. So it's a linen shirt. It's expected. Buyers know that they're going to be wrinkled. It's 100% linen, Brooks Brothers. Doesn't have the hit on the front. But because it's 100% linen, it's a pickup as long as you can get these cheap. Because these right now will sell for like, you'll get somewhere between $22 to $25. So if you can grab these pretty cheap, do it. Because it's pretty easy money right now. This is a good color too. It's like a pinkish red. And anything men's pink and a good brand will usually sell. Well, I'm gonna show you some retail arbitrage pickups. For those of you who are here, you're gonna get some inside information here in a second. Some retail arb pickups. I don't think this is a Baird McNutt. No, it's not. Nope. Sometimes they'll have a little Baird McNutt hit down here at the bottom, but this one doesn't. What's on top of the board? This is a carpet. Just a really cheap carpet from Home Depot. And the reason I picked carpet in like a gray, one, the carpet like makes the garment stick to it. If this was like a poster board, the garment would just slip off of it. And then 2, gray is like a neutral color. I probably should have went with white though. And I'm probably gonna switch back to white as soon as we move and I redo this setup. This is like a makeshift setup for right now. Once we move, I'm gonna redo it and probably go back to a solid white backboard. Because like I said, some of my listings, if you look at my eBay store right now, the the background like color changes based off what piece is on it. So some will look light, some will look dark. No matter if the lighting is the same on all items, it'll adjust. Whereas a solid whiteboard, you usually don't get it. Like right now I'm taking a photo of this and the back board looks like almost like blue. And I've tried to adjust it on my phone. I just pretty much gave up and just listed it because I'm still getting sales with stuff like this. So as long as the cover photo looks good and the cover photo look accurate, then I'm listing it. All right, that one's folded up nice and neat. That'll go into the bag tomorrow morning and that listing is done. Are bigger sizes always better? Typically, yes. The bigger the better, that's what she said. Yeah, bigger sizes in men's usually sell better. Apparel and retail market things up except private label, double the cost. End of year hope 65 because apparel is so seasonal, almost half starting, getting marked down, basic white shirts. Bread, I'm lost. I'm lost, Ralph. I tried to follow that. I'm a little lost. I tried. Do you recommend the automation and cross-listing bundle on Nifty? Yes, I recommend both, especially if you're already on Poshmark, you're already on Depop, you're already on Mercari, or you have aspirations to go to those platforms. I do, because on Poshmark, like sharing a closet is key and it'll share your closet for you. I haven't had to manually share my closet in, 3 years now? Because I've had Nifty for 3 years, so. Looks kind of coral color. Yeah, it looks coral. That's what I mean, like on this camera, it looks coral. Now it looks gray. It just depends on like what's in front of it. White might reflect too much, so be careful. A lot of my older listings are white backgrounds. I think it all depends on your lighting. Let me see. Let me try to show you guys like one of my older listings on a white background. This is what I got when I had a white background. Cover photo, clear, concise, lighting is perfect. That's a cover photo that you want to use. No, this is a little bit lighter than this color, but it's pretty close. And on that board, you get way different. And then you have your tag photos. But yeah, that's the cover photo you get inside of a light box. I still have this light box, and I've debated going back for my cover photo just to use the light box. I've debated using it again, but I think I'm just going to stick with this one. She found a Brooks Brothers linen sports coat. It was $7.99. When I got to the cashier, she said it was 50% off. Nice. $4 for a linen sports coat. You got easy money right there. Easy money right there. I've always taken measurements, pictures of the leaf. I've always taken measurements, pictures of the length of the sleeve. Yes, I don't do that. If you want to do that, add that to your listing. I very rarely get length of sleeve questions. But if you already do it, just keep doing it. I would suggest probably just keep doing it because your buyers expect it. You probably have repeat customers coming back in. Just keep doing it. I just don't. So don't follow me. Don't follow me. With the plan you have with Nifty, have you bought any extra credits? No, I've never had to buy extra credits with Nifty. I've never used 2,000. There's 1 month I hit 2,000, but it was the day before it renewed. That was, yeah, to hit 2,000 listing credits is pretty hard to do. That means you're listing, if you list to 4 platforms, that means you're listing 500 items per month. So yeah, you're listing a lot. You're listing more than what? That would be like 16 or 17 items per day, 30 days in a row, like no days off listing. And if you ever need to buy an extra credit, like let's say you got to 2,000, you still have 100 items to list. Every credit after that is 1 penny. So it means for 100 extra listing is just $1 extra to cross list. That's it. So $1 extra for 100. Sorry, you blew up your phone. I haven't noticed, but I'll look afterwards. Didn't realize. No, you're good. I didn't even realize I got my phone on silent, so I just been taking pictures. You're good. I'll check it afterwards. Check what you got coming to me afterwards. All right, let's do one more set of photos, and then I'm going to use Nifty. I'm going to bring all the listings in. How many listings do you have live at a time right now on eBay? I have 2,247 current listings on eBay, which I know seems like a lot, but I've also been listing for years and I've been accumulating inventory for years. Once you build up to 500, build up to 1,000, build up to 2,000, you'll usually stay around that number. I actually was at like 2,700 earlier this year. I dumped off a bunch of my listings. I'm starting to build it up a little bit. And the reason I'm building it up right now is because I'm listing heavy right now to offset summer slowdown and get ahead of schedule for Christmas time. Because once it gets close to Christmas, we're probably going to shift our focus and only list like 5 to 10 items a day on eBay and focus a lot of our time on Whatnot. So if I get ahead of schedule right now, my eBay sales will continue to go as I start ramping up Whatnot season. Because Whatnot right now is a slow time of year. As soon as you start getting close to Christmas, people love buying through live sales for Christmas gifts. So we're really going to ramp up this year and we've already done, I don't even know how much we've done this year on Whatnot. My goal is to do like $250,000 on Whatnot this year. I think that's a good number to try to hit. I really don't even know where we're at because we haven't been super consistent on Whatnot. By the way, there's a Whatnot show up right now. If you guys want to go bookmark, it's next week's show. I haven't announced what it's going to be, but if you guys want to go bookmark it, that'd be cool. It's going to be a lot of good stuff. That's all I got to say. It's going to be a lot of good stuff. See, I'm going to give you guys straight numbers, straight off Whatnot. No gimmicks. January 1st, 2025 to July 4th. They're always like 2 or 3 days behind, so you can't read what your date is, but it doesn't matter. I haven't done a show in the last 2 days. 148,000, so that means this next show we should crack 150K in sales, which is pretty cool. From September to the end of December, I expect this number to double. Yeah, I expect it to double. So we might do over 250K this year on Whatnot, which would be pretty cool. Which means if everything goes to plan, in my goal this year, I didn't tell anybody this was my goal, but my goal this year was to do around $500,000 in sales. And I think based off Whatnot and eBay ramping up, us getting some listings up right now, even with the move, even with everything kind of slowing down right now, we're kind of trapped until we can actually move. Yeah, once we move, everything's going to go crazy, and that's why we got to move. If somebody, please buy this house. Like, if I can get a 2-car garage, it's game over. Like, I don't have room to expand in this house. I just need a 2-car garage. That's it. I do sleeve length. Stepped up. Maybe get 2 questions about it. I only have sleeve length on dress shirts. Yeah, dress shirts is fine. And I would suggest keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's not going to hurt to put a sleeve length measurement in there, especially if it's photos too. If you're doing measurements on a card, maybe it takes a little bit longer, but I'd still do it. If you're doing photos, you just slap your thing down and take your photo. So if you go back to a white background, do you need to change if you're taking pictures of something white? No, it'll still show up clear on white. White on white still shows up clear because you still will get a shadow behind the item, so it'll still show up clear. You can always try if you want to, but retail arbitrage, yeah. Oh, first off, we're going to give these away. By the way, fun story, I had a scammer message me today, and they said they wanted to buy 3 of these Starbucks because they saw that it was in one of my posts, and they're like, I want 3 of them. And I was like, okay, I'll go buy 3 of them. And well, I'll sell them to you for a little bit of a markup. Obviously, I got to make some money for doing it. And then they said they sent me a PayPal. They said they asked my PayPal information. They said they sent the money. I never got the money on my PayPal. And then they said they sent it to my email. They sent me a random email that wasn't even from PayPal and said that I have to press a link to be able to accept the money. And I was like, no, that's not how it works. You're clearly trying to get into my account. So, and then they said they sent euros instead of dollars, but they lived in Oregon. It's like, I'm not that stupid. Come on. And then I blocked them. But we got some Farm Rio tumblers for our next Whatnot show. So we have basically all of them except for one. I think Kayla's going to keep one of these. But yeah, we're going to give these away on our next Whatnot show. So all the Farm Rios for free. We're probably going to still do gift cards, but we're also going to do Farm Rio tumblers. Retail on these are $28. I think they actually have some good resale value too. Some of these are like exclusive colors that you can't find in most stores. So we got all the Farm Rio ones. This is just like a basic tumbler. And then what else we got in here? We got these little things too. I don't know what that. I guess these are keychains. Cold cup keychain. I don't know if you can drink out of it. Maybe a shot glass. I don't know what this thing is, but we're giving away those 2 little Farm Rio things. So those and some gift cards on the next show. Next Whatnot show is going to be insane. I got tons of really good retail arbitrage, including some stuff I have on my desk right here. This isn't an ad for Whatnot, by the way. This is just I had retail that I went to. If you want to go to the show, you can. If not, I don't care either way. I got a bunch of really good pieces for the upcoming Whatnot show. Some really good pieces. Polo Ralph Lauren all over. Jazz polo. Sick. Insane. Yeah, that's going to be on Whatnot. And let me show you one more, Just one more piece. That's all you get. The rest is going to be a secret because I got some good stuff. Everybody loves these, so I got some. Polo Bear, brand new with tags. Big Polo Bear hit, and it's a men's size 2XL. So not only for resellers, but we were asked a lot for 2XL polo pieces on our last Polo Ralph Lauren show. So I grabbed a bunch of polo t-shirts, brand new with tags, 2XL, good deal. So you guys will be able to hang out and get those. Did you get the blue and white? No, the one that you have, there wasn't any that you had. The one that you shared in the comments, there wasn't any of those. So, do you use Depop shipping? I do use Depop shipping. Yes, I use Depop shipping. I got a scam on Depop. Someone said they couldn't see my pics and send them Instagram. I told them, yeah, which is true. Yeah, don't do that either. If they ever tell you to message them off platform, it's always a scam. No matter what it is, it's always a scam. Where do you get your photo table like yours? It's a 4x4 board that you get. It's a piece of wood that you get at Home Depot with a piece of carpet glued on the top. That's all it is. You can't like buy a board on Amazon. You have to build the board, which some people don't like doing, but that's what you got to do. You got to build the board. Like I said, Surf Sub Finds. If you're not following him on YouTube, give him a follow. He has a full video on how to make this board. Appreciate the questions. Keep it coming. We're going to do this as our last photo, and then I'm going to show those of you who don't know how to load the photos up into Nifty and have it generate your listing. I'm going to show you how I do that in just a second. And then I'm going to put some listings live, and I'm probably going to watch some YouTube or something and chill and probably work on a couple social media posts before I go to bed. Because I like working on social media when everybody's asleep, the house is nice and quiet, and I can think. Because if you've ever tried to like write something while your kids are jumping all over you on the couch, it's really, really hard to do. Especially Joe Bro. He loves to find me in a quiet moment and make it a lot less quiet. Daddy, come play. Come outside. Come run around. He threw a stick at the neighbor today. He actually didn't throw it. He beat the neighbor with a stick. Like, the neighbor's an old guy, too. Edgar across the street. He walked up to Edgar with a full, like, not a little stick either. It was like a piece of wood almost. And just came over and hit him with it. Right on his leg. Edgar's like, what the heck? It's like, sorry. I can't control him. He's got a mind of his own. But yeah, I like to work on social media posts at night because that's what I got to deal with during the day. That's why Joey goes to school during the day, chat. Because if you didn't, life would be a lot crazier. A lot crazier. This one does have a little bit of discoloration under here. I'm going to take a photo of that underneath the pit. Very, very light discoloration. But nothing too crazy. Very light. All right, front photo, back photo. This one's done. There's that. This back photo, again, this is a linen shirt, so it's going to be a little wrinkly, but it looks good. Fold this up real quick. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom. That goes right into the envelope just like that. Kayla will put those away because she has a specific way she likes to do it. All right, I'll switch you guys back and then we'll load these into Nifty in just a second. You have a buttoner? This thing is in my link tree. It's amazing. I make, like, when you guys buy these off my link tree, I'm not getting rich. I'm making like 2 cents off these, but makes life so much easier. You put this in, you hook the button, and then you pull the button through. Instead of you messing with your fingers, it's just literally like boom, 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 go right down. Super easy to do. Does Nifty capture measurements? Some listings it does, some listings it doesn't. I have mine in my photos, so it really doesn't matter if it does or doesn't. I showed last night on live that it did, but it's like 50% of the time it puts it in your description. The other times it doesn't. But if it's already in your photos, it really doesn't need to be in your description anyway, because it's already in your photos. You're up late. Good morning. Yeah, it's almost morning. Organizing, re-getting things I bought a long time ago. Hey, everybody does that. That's part of the game right there. Everybody regrets pickups. It's part of being a reseller. You can use a 1.5 inch, 2 inch foam board. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do when we move, is make that a foam board instead of making a piece of wood, because it's way too heavy. I use 1 inch, 4x8. Yep, that's smart. I didn't even think about that. I just went with wood because I just figured wood was the way to go. And once I got home and we set it up, I felt how heavy it was. I was like, man, why didn't I just go with like a foam board or something? Why did I go with that? It just makes no sense. How many listings do you have? Do you do in a day? We try to do 20 listings per day, at least 5 days a week. Weekends, if we have extra listings, we'll put those live and we'll schedule those out with Nifty. This weekend was a little different with the 4th, but try to do 20 listings per day, 5 days a week, and then extra on the weekend if we have time to. Bought the same carpet from Home Depot, $24 a roll. You guys helped me. Awesome. I went to the smoke gray. Yep. There was a couple different colors. I decided to go with this one, but nice. Yeah, they're super cheap, and you should have enough to cut it like multiple times. So if you ever like got that dirty, like you set a pair of shoes on there, or like some dye got on there and you have to like rip it off and put a new one on, it's really easy to do. 5 feet seems to work well. Yeah, mine's 4x4. I should have done. I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be 6x4, or maybe it'll be 5x6. I don't know. I'll have to measure it out to see exactly what I want to do before we go. I'll be in the hospital all next week, but maybe I can watch. If not, miss you and Caleb. Debbie, hopefully everything goes good with you. Let us know if you need anything, or if you want to hang out and chat. I'll probably be on live, so you can at least have some small amount of entertainment, if that's what you call what we're doing right here as entertainment. Never saw one before. Didn't know they existed. Yeah, I put out a video on these, so go my link tree. It's on Amazon. They're really cheap. I think the Amazon one is like $8 or something like that. And it's prime shipping right to your door for $8. This end is for zippers. So if you ever have trouble zipping stuff up, this is mainly for people that like their hands don't work as well, like older people their hands don't grasp as well. These tools work good for buttoning their own shirts, but then it works really well for us resellers. Like I said, that side, you catch the zipper, you pull it up. So if people can't really pinch that well, they use this and they can pull up their zipper. So search and thrifted by me. Yeah, he was out with Bearded, I think. They took all the good stuff. Yeah, you should ban him from your city. Anytime you see him there, just go find out where he is and beat him up for me. Just give him a good old 1-2. Yes, these are really good. Again, I literally make like 3 cents when you guys buy these off Amazon. I don't even know what the commission rate is, but it's super low. It's just, I literally put it in there because I use it every day. All the stuff that I recommend are stuff that I use every single day. I'm not just recommending like crap products. I literally get DM'd every day from random companies that want me to promote their products on my page, and I say no because it just doesn't make sense for the people that I'm talking to every day. I'm not gonna do like foot massagers on my YouTube and my Facebook page because it doesn't make any sense. Even though the commission rate is great, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not going to go on TikTok Shop and try to tell you every single product is great. I'm not doing it. I've done a couple and I'm like, this is not me. I don't know why I'm here. But I will go on TikTok Shop and promote something like this because obviously I'm using it. I'm new to joining. Do you wash or steam clothing? We wash items that have stains or bad smells. Stains or bad smells. New clothing and wool. Sometimes I'll wash wool, but I don't dry wool, obviously. Just depends on the garment. If it's a wool piece, it's like a vintage wool piece, and I know that if I wash it, it's going to get destroyed. I'll usually just list it with the stains if I find a stain on it, and just let the buyers know, and usually the buyers will take care of that part themselves. Yeah, people with arthritis. Yes, exactly. Bearded is the one that makes me chuckle usually. Plain awesomeness. Bearded makes you chuckle? Oh my God. Bearded Thrifter makes you chuckle? He makes me cringe. I love messing with those two. Anyways, I'm going to go on Nifty on my phone. Nifty on my phone. I'm going into it right now. Nifty. And I have to log in. Even though I'm already logged in, it says log in again. All right, I'm going to go over to my inventory page, which is the same page you guys are about to see here in a second. It's going to be this page right. Not this page. This is the page that you're looking at on my phone. It's the inventory page. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over to drafts. I do already have some drafts loaded in here, but you guys are going to see in a second. I'm about to have 3 more drafts loaded in there. So I'm going to go over to Nifty. This is all done on the phone, by the way. Don't need a computer. You can do this on the computer, but I like to do it on the phone because this is where I just took my photos. I'm going to go into item number 1. I'm going to tap on it, and I'm going to put photo library, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to add in my photos that I just took. So first is the Robert Graham shirt. First 5 photos need to have the most information about your item. So I usually do like a full front, the tag photos, the measurement photos, and like what the item is made out of, so the other tag photo. And then what I'll do is I'll add that into Nifty, and it's being added in right now. Then I have to just select what gender it is. It's a men's shirt, and I'll go down to add another item, and I'll add in my next set of photos here. So the next one is the Brooks Brothers shirt. So basically I'm just going to select, I'm doing this backwards so it might be hard, this because it shows what the shirt is. It's a button down shirt. It's going to but this photo because it's going to have the size and what the item is made out of. And then this is hard to do, this photo, whoops, that photo right there for measurements, that photo right there for measurements. After that, the other two don't really matter. I'll just put them in any order, and then I'll just hit add. It's adding those in. If I wasn't talking to Chad, I would already be done with this, but just trying to give you guys a little lowdown on how this works. Add in that first one, tag that, and then I'll just add in this one, and then I'll hit add. And you guys will see the magic happen in just a second. Now, once that turns purple right there, now I'm ready to generate these listings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to hit generate listings. In the bottom corner, you can see me right now. I'll hit generate listing, and then I'll refresh this page. And right now those listings are being added into Nifty. And what it's going to do is in just a couple seconds, it'll create my listing for me. So it'll create my title. And then what I'll do is I'll go in and edit whatever I need to edit for these items. So there you go. Those are all my titles. They're created. There is space to add extra keywords in, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's do this Brooks Brothers. So it says Brooks Brothers, button down shirt, long sleeve, casual, pink, men's, size medium. I'm not going to add anything into there because to me, that's all the keywords that I need. It has linen in there. It has the word pink, has men's. You could take out the size, put size out of there, and then put in medium. If you want to do like that, that's perfectly fine too. With AI, there's always going to be little tweaks that you do with each thing. See, this one had the measurements in the title. It didn't put it down here in the description. But what it does is it puts tons of keywords down here. So on eBay, when anybody searches any of these keywords, it's going to pop up. Your listing will pop up because it has all these extra keywords in there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And we're going to come down here. We're going to list this for $24.99. I forget what my cost of goods was. I didn't set up my cost of goods. I think my cost of goods for this was $7.47, if I can remember correctly. It's an 11-ounce shirt. You set these up yourself. So I have one for shirts. I have one for 2-pound items, suits, 15-ounce items, and jeans. I could also add more if I wanted to, but those are the ones that I use most frequently. I'm going to put this into the men's section on eBay. As you can see, Poshmark is perfect. I don't need to change anything there. Everything else with eBay is perfectly fine. I'm going to take off best offers though, so I'll turn that off. Mercari is perfectly fine. Everything is created. Even the shipping is in there correctly. Everything here is correctly. So now this item is ready to list. If I wanted to list this right, oh, I got to change the photos. I forgot to do that. I always forget to do this part. Change my photos around like that. And then I'm going to put update draft. And then if I was ready to list this, I would click this and I would hit publish. And I can either schedule this for tomorrow if I wanted to schedule this to go live, or I can publish immediately, which means it's automatically going to get listed to Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. As soon as I hit submit, it'll be on those platforms. So I'm going to do it right now. Hit submit. What's up, Chris? I'm going to hit submit really quick. That's going to go listing. And then if we hop over to eBay and go into our active, the item is right there. Easy peasy. If we go over, oh, sorry. I'm not showing my screen. If you go to eBay, it's right there at the top. Let me go into my Poshmark. I'm going to switch the item over really quick. And as you can see on Poshmark, it is currently listed right there at the top. This item just got shared, so that's why it's in front of it. But there's your listing right there. And we can go into Mercari and Depop. You guys get the idea, though. It's already listed on all those platforms. Super easy to do. Done.
Is Nelco and Jaden the same? No, oh, the printers. Most thermal printers are pretty good. Just go with a cheap option. I would say Jaden's a good one. It's on TikTok Shop. Everybody's pushing it, so I'd say Jaden's a good one. I've never heard of Nelco before. Not sure if I asked you why. Did you go with those lights versus Surf's lights? I just bought the lights that I thought would work well. I'm sure Surf's lights are great too. I don't have a reason for it. I just grabbed them. Which app protects sellers better from scammers? Which apps? I'm not sure there's any apps out there. If you're talking about like eBay scammers and stuff, I don't know if there's any apps that protect you from that. Do you delete your photos off your phone after you post? I have a 1 terabyte iPhone, so I have literally thousands and thousands and thousands of photos on here, thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of videos on here, full length, hour-long videos that I've recorded, and I still have literally more than half of my memory left over. So no, I keep them all on my phone. But you don't need to. You really don't need to. Once you have it listed, Nifty keeps all that information for you. So if something sold and you took photos of it a year ago and you put it into Nifty, if you wanted to relist it, you would just go into your solds in Nifty and relist it. So you really don't need to keep your photos. I just don't delete them because I have so much space. So Whatnot is very seller friendly, almost too much because scammers run wild on there with Pokemon. Yeah, and Whatnot doesn't do much to them. I think Whatnot just eats the cost. It's not like they're not doing too much to them. Whatnot just eats the cost. They do ban people though. So if you're talking about sellers that do bad things, there are sellers that quite often get banned. But if like buyers are bad for sellers, they'll protect the seller and just eat the cost. They do that all the time. So yeah, that's what they do. All right, that's it. Peek's in the chat, by the way. Everybody say hi to Chris at Peek. I'm going to head off. I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's after 12. We got 3 listings up. I just got one more item to photo and I'll be done. I'll probably be live early tomorrow morning. Most likely I'm going to shoot an order pull video. So you guys will be able to see everything that sold this weekend. I'm probably going to film that on the metas and see how you guys like the meta order pull video. And then tomorrow morning we'll ship out all those items. So probably about 10 hours from now, I'm going to be live again shipping out. I think I have like 40 orders from this weekend going out. So feel free to come in, see what's sold. Bread and butter all the way up to heavy hitter sales. And then this week I plan to put out 2 YouTube videos. So I plan to film those throughout the week along with the short form and all that stuff. So look out for that. I'm back on the YouTube grind. So hopefully you guys appreciate that because it's hard work putting out YouTube videos. So make sure you go like them, go watch the videos. I put out 3 last week. So go watch all 3 of those videos. If you're watching on Facebook, you can watch it on Facebook too. So feel free to watch those there.